Good morning and welcome to WTV, broadcast from St. Martin's Episcopal School. I'm Will.
And I'm Parsa. We have a great show for you today, starting with an update on the Japanese teacher wrap-up. 4 teachers went on to Japan for a foreign exchange program for a week back at the end of March. Some of their adventures included a long flight, a few meetings, exploring the country, a ride on a bullet train, and living with a native family. The goal was to make relationships with other countries and to learn how they work. It was a successful trip and their goal was accomplished. The teachers all had a great time and it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. The teachers got an inside look to see how Japan thrives. After doing a homestay and learning all about Japan, the teachers came home to the U.S. to teach us what they learned.
Each year at the Fling or Winter Social, families get the opportunity to bid on a Principal for the Day item. The 3 winners had their children serve as principal on March 23rd. Bryant was the principal for the middle school. He made it a non-uniform day and gave out free Rice Krispies on Monday. He was taken to Mellow Mushroom in a limo with 2 of his friends by Mr. Schaefer. In the elementary school, Sophia was the principal for a day. She made it pajama day for the elementary school. Then her grade got to watch a movie and eat snacks. She went to Hobnob for lunch. In early childhood, Grace was the principal for a day. She greeted people when they came into carpool. Grace got to have the Atlanta Zoo bring in animals for the kids to pet. She got to feed a baby kangaroo, and her class got to have lunch in the Gable Hall. Make plans to bid on this next year.
On the morning of April 5th, students involved in the 2018 chorus trip to Universal left Smiths at 5 a.m. They drove a long 8 hours to get to Universal. They reached Universal at 1:30 p.m. After a short time of walking and riding a few rides, the chorus at 4 p.m. were escorted behind the scenes for a spectacular 90-minute workshop. The workshop consisted of sound design, music of the art of Foley, and some songs from Despicable Me. The workshop ended with the finished videos of all the sounds and songs mixed into the clip of the movie. This year, students prepared an upbeat selection of popular music and sang as a part of the breakfast program at Give Kids the World. Give Kids the World Village is an 84-acre nonprofit resort in Central Florida that provides week-long cost-free vacations to children with life-threatening illnesses and their families. After riding all the rides possible, the students returned home on April 7th. It was a great year for the chorus trip, and next year plan on going to Disney World Orlando.
On March 26th, the 3rd grade had their own spelling bee. After a great competition, the winner was Bobby. Christina came in 2nd and Tyler came in 3rd. They all received a certificate and Bobby received a trophy. They had qualifying rounds in each of their homerooms and 4 kids from each homeroom advanced. So 12 kids in total went to the final spelling bee. They got inspiration from the middle school spelling bee and wanted to recreate their own. Miss Johnson read the words to the kids and the judges were Mrs. J, Mr. Schwartz, and Coach Murphy.
The St. Martin's drama program was hard at work with rehearsing for the 2018 middle school musical Alice in the Wonderland Jr., which had shows April 19th, April 20th, and April 22nd. It included a cast of 47 students, 6 to 8 along with 5th grade stage managers. The show featured your favorite characters from the original book and the movie, such as Mad Hatter, the White Rabbit, the Tweedles, the Cheshire Cat, the Caterpillar, and of course the title character Alice in 4 different variations. More than 1,200 people came to all 3 shows and all really enjoyed it. Thank you to Miss McCurley, Mr. Stevens, Mr. Schwartz, and all the parents who came to assist and made the production as incredible as it was.
101 golfers met at Cherokee Country Club on April 9th for the 16th annual St. Martin's Golf Tournament, which helps raise money for our school. Many parents took part in this event, either golfing or volunteering. First place winners included 3rd grade dad, Mr. Moore, kindergarten dad, Mr. Ray, and 3rd and 1st grade dad, Mr. Gartland. Our middle school golf team helped at the tournament with an event called Are You Better Than a Middle School Golfer? Ross, Drew, Sam, Simon, and Paris showed off their golfing skills by allowing tournament participants to use one of the middle school strokes instead of their own. In all, the tournament raised over $52,000 for the school. A great day was had by all.
Now it's time for Jokes with Jax, who seem to be roaming the halls.
Hello, and welcome back to Jokes with Jax.
In the halls.
Yes.
I've got a riddle today.
What?
What doesn't have legs, but has arms and runs all day?
I don't know. What?
A claw.
Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon?
No.
Great food, but there was no atmosphere.
Why can't your nose be 12 inches long?
Why not?
Because then it would be a foot.
Did you hear about the 2 satellites that got married?
No, I didn't.
It was a great wedding, but the reception was horrible.
On April 20th, the middle school held Grandparents' Day. Alex and Drew led everyone in attendance on a virtual tour through St. Martin's, talking about many different programs, including Warrior TV. They talked about how important the fine arts program is to St. Martin's. Then the drama department showcased numbers from Alice in Wonderland. The middle school choruses sang pieces from the movie Sing, and the middle school band played pieces like the Alma Mater and the theme from Jurassic Park. Close to 200 grandparents and students were in attendance at the event.
This year, the 8th grade kicked off the first annual Carter's Boxcar Race. Carter loved boxcars and engineering, so this event helped Carter Davis' dreams stay alive. The week of May 11th, the 8th grade class worked on building the cars, dances, and their website. Friday morning, most of the school, along with many parents and family, came out to watch the 8th grade honor the Davis family. 11 Alive and Channel 2 Action News came to film and broadcast this amazing event. Each themed boxcar raced at least 2 times on the side of the parking lot, next to the middle school, and the top 8 advanced to the next level. The team themes included Minecraft, Police, SpongeBob, Fortnite, the movie Up, Netflix, and Galaxy. In the end, first place went to Lady Pirates, second to the Pirates of the Episcopalian, and third to the Sled Gang. The 5th grade voted on their favorite theme, and the theme winner was the Galaxy team. Great job, everyone.
On April 11th, the 5th grade visited the UGA Marine Extension Center and Aquarium on Skidaway Island for a 3-day oceanic adventure. The junior scientists spent 3 days attending labs and classes, providing hands-on experience with the coastal flora and fauna. Favorites included a tour of the aquarium, dissecting a squid, a hike through a maritime forest, and the ever-amazing trawl, where students were given the opportunity to watch trawling nets in action. After the nets were dragged in, they then counted and cataloged many different organisms that were caught in the nets. It was truly fantastic educational and fun experience for everyone who attended.
On March 24th, the elementary school Science Olympiad went to regionals, where all teams in the DeKalb County compete to go to state. Out of the 260 teams at regionals, only 65 qualified. St. Martin's qualified as one of those 65 teams. Then on May 12th, the team went to state competition in Kennesaw, Georgia. The team received 4 ribbons at the state competition, including Mystery Architecture, winning 6th place by Will and Addie, Paper Rockets winning 9th place by Mason and Lillian, Water Rockets winning 4th place by Tanner and McCall, and the 24 game, winning 7th place by Drew and Catherine. Congratulations to all of them Science Olympiad team members.
On May 2nd through May 4th, the 6th graders traveled to Tennessee. While there, they participated in a scavenger hunt at the Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies, swam in a river, and visited the Little Greenbrier School and Metcalf Bottoms, and hiked up Klingman's Dome, the highest point in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. On these hikes, they bonded and reached amazing heights. One of the highlights of the trip is the visit to Dolly Parton's Stampede. Many of the students have said, "I wish I could come back every day." I think it is safe to say that all the students enjoyed their trip.
This year, the 7th grade changed up their annual field trip to Savannah, Georgia, and went to Washington, D.C. this year. They visited various landmarks around the city, including the Lincoln Memorial, the Pentagon, the Newseum, and even the Spy Museum. They all learned about many different historic events, even where Lincoln was assassinated, and about 9/11. This was the first time that SMES went to Washington, and they hope to go back in the future years.
As the year is winding down, some grades are still getting in their last musical performances. The beginners and pre-kindergarten students took their parents down on the farm this year, back on April 18th. Then on May 1st, the 2nd grade performed in Gable Hall for the annual St. Elizabeth Tea, sponsored by St. Martin's in the Fields Church. It is always great to hear these young students perform.
St. Martin's will be welcoming around 110 new students to campus next fall. One of the hallmark programs for these new students is the Warrior Buddy program, where incoming students are paired with current SMES students. These buddies will meet together at various events and over the summer to help get the new students ready to be a part of the St. Martin's community. The kickoff for the event for them this year are new family picnics here on campus. The early childhood buddies met on May 8th, and the elementary school and middle school buddies met May 15th. Thank you to all Warrior Buddy member families for helping these new students each year.
This year's spring sports season was another great one at St. Martin's. The baseball team moved up a level this season and competed well in nearly every game they played. They lost in the first round of the playoffs to the eventual champion. The girls' soccer team played in exciting games all season. The only loss in the regular season once, and went into the playoffs strong. They beat Ridgeview in the semis and on the first ever penalty kick ending for the MAC conference. They gave it their all but lost in the finals to AIS. The YPL team started the season slowly as quite a few of their players played multiple sports. Once they got their core in place, things started to come together. The A team went on an amazing run at the end of the season in the tournament, taking out both of the top seeds and keeping AIS out of the end zone on a last-minute goal line stand to win the championship. The golf team had another amazing season. They won the team championship this year for the 5th year in a row. Finally, the boys tennis team lost in the semis to the eventual champion Galloway. The girls team took out Epstein School in their semi-match and then avenged the only regular season loss they had by defeating AIS in the finals. This was their 2nd championship in a row. Congratulations to all the Warrior athletes that played in any sport this season.
On March 27th and 28th, Dr. Otley held a new meeting that he called State of the School. During the meeting, he explained his visions for the school in upcoming years. He explained the things like applicant rates to SMES, acceptance rates for previous 8th grade classes, budget matters, the new EC building, and other matters important to the life of St. Martin's. He also introduced the new capital campaign, Together We Rise, that will help fund several projects like the expansion of the elementary school lab, work on the green playfield, and the new early childhood building.
The annual 8th grade trip to the Grand Canyon was amazing. The highlights of the trip included visits to Zion National Park, Bryce Canyon, Slide Rock, the Toadstools, Grand Canyon, giant sand dunes, and a float down the Colorado River. The scenery was breathtaking, and the trip will be something the students will not forget for years to come. That's it for this broadcast of Warrior TV.
Be sure to check us out on our YouTube channel.
As we get ready to move on to high school,
We want to wish good luck to all middle school as you begin your exams.
have an incredible summer.